Okay, I've got new headshots, my tank top, and sunglasses. This is it. I think I'm ready for Hollywood. Okay, maybe not. But if you truly are an actor who thinks you're ready to make the big move, whether that's to Los Angeles or one of the other two big film and TV markets, New Mexico or Atlanta, you are going to want to hear everything today's guest has to say. Stay tuned. MJ Wolf here, and
welcome to the Wolf Den.
So we've got Chloe modeling your product.
Yo, MJ, what's up, man?
Hey, MJ.
You are in the Wolf Den.
So excited to be in the Wolf Den.
Hosted by MJ Wolf.
Hi everyone, MJ Wolf here, and I am super excited to bring you probably one of the most knowledgeable people on the planet when it comes to the topic of making a living as a working actor. Her name is Wendy Alane Wright, and she is an acting career coach, the founder of the Hollywood Winners Circle Academy, which is the #1 acting business training program in the world. Wendy, thanks for being here. You are officially in the Wolf Den.
Woo! Oh, that's exciting. I like the way that sounds. How are you?
Good, thank you. Before we start, you have so much content. I just want to give my viewers a quick sneak peek, just a smidgen of your work. Take a look at Wendy Alane Wright in action.
I'm Wendy Alane Wright.
And it made me realize there was such a big division in Hollywood between agents and managers and the actors.
Okay, Wendy, let's say I'm an actor living in Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, some state with an I, right? And maybe I took theater classes for 4 years of high school. Maybe I worked on some short films. Maybe I won Best Actor at the Iowa Film Fest. And now I'm ready. This is my dream. I'm going to make the big move to Los Angeles. Now tell me first, what mistakes do most actors make when they make this big move?
The big mistake they all make is they think they're ready. They're not ready. But they can get ready, and that's the amazing thing. I mean, I've been a talent manager and an agent for, I think, combined over 25 years. And I've worked with new actors exclusively in the last 10 years to get them ready. And so when they come to me, they're really not ready. They don't understand the concept of headshots, acting clips, that they need experience, their resume. It's surprising to me that thousands and thousands of people think becoming an actor means, and I just had this yesterday, someone reached out to me and said, I just graduated college and I'd like to get an agent. And I said, well, did you take any acting classes? No. So why would we need you yet? Why would we need an actor that has no training, no experience? They haven't booked their own short films, student films, web series. They haven't done any theater. Like, what are you possibly bringing to the table?
So should they even go, or can they go and build their arsenal of demo reels, headshots, experience in LA, or should they wait till they have that in their home market in Iowa?
Well, there's several ways, but what we try to suggest actors do is build it where they are first. So first of all, how are you going to jump into a major market like Los Angeles and be competitive at the level that they are? There's hundreds of thousands of actors there that have been working for years. So if you're in Ohio and you just graduated film school, or you're just graduated high school, or you just are in a job you don't like, and then you decide, you know what, I want to follow my dream. I've been putting this off for 20 years and life is short. I'm going to do it. Great, go ahead and do it. But let's start in Ohio. Let's master that market first before we step into the pro level. It's kind of like basketball. We don't just go straight to the NBA, You got to learn to play the game first. So you're in Ohio, you just went to school there. There are Ohio filmmakers. Those people are shooting short films, there's student films, there's web series, there's industrials, there's commercials, voiceovers, there's so much. So first, go learn how to do those things. Then create materials, great materials, showing that you know how to do those things. Gain the confidence that you need from doing those things. And then we can talk about moving to a bigger market. But not a second before, I don't even want to hear it.
Okay, and LA is the premium market. So can they also use the Atlanta and New Mexico as a stepping stone to LA, or are they already established where they're just as tough to get into as LA?
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta is very competitive now, and New York are very competitive now. I mean, New Mexico could be a stepping stone.
Okay.
Oklahoma has some TV credits going, some tax credits going on there. New Mexico, some little bit in Texas, there's some stuff. But listen, they don't need to go to LA, Atlanta, or New York when they're just starting out. They need to really figure out, first of all, how to act. I find that so many actors, they want to be an actor, they don't have a clue how to act, right? So even if they're in a big market, or even if they've had years of training, when I watch the tapes, I still don't see a believable experience. I'm still not moved emotionally. We can have a great package. Your headshots could be fantastic. Your setup could be great. You could have all this stuff, but the talent still matters. What you're putting on tape still matters.
Okay, so tell us now, I know you have a business training program for actors, and acting is a business. You can't treat it like a game or a hobby if you want to succeed and make a living. Can actors take your business training program from wherever they are and learn to succeed?
Absolutely. And we have actors all over the world taking the course. There's almost 4,000 actors taking the course now. I'll show you a really good example. There's an actor named Sean. He's from Arizona. He was a cop, an officer. He retired in 2018. And he had absolutely no understanding of the business at all. He's a police officer, but he's got skills. He joined HWC, Hollywood Winter Circle Academy, my school, in late 2018. And he spent 2 or 3 years there learning, growing, training. We taught him who to train with, what kind of classes he needs, how to get great headshots, how to submit himself on all those platforms, and then how to build great clips, right? Tonight, he's on the season finale of Better Call Saul.
Nice.
Ever since he started working the steps and supporting himself, he got an agent, he got a manager. He's booked about 17 films, feature films, with working actors like Eric Roberts, like people we've grown up watching. He's working legitimately. And tonight he's on Better Call Saul in a co-star. And one of our other HWC actors is also in that same episode, Michael Berube, Michael Vincent Berry and Sean Berube. Michael Vincent Berry, who also started in HWC, who I also taught how everything works. And now he has a manager, and now he's well represented, is in the final season, the final episode of Better Call Saul tonight as well. So what we're teaching, they're both from completely different, one's from Texas, one's from Arizona.
So it's obvious your program works. I saw on your website, it's just the amount of people who have succeeded from nothing is guaranteed in life, but the fact is, if they go through your program, they're increasing their chances of making it tenfold, right?
I agree.
And besides that, now what's amazing is not only do you offer this program, but you also have a YouTube channel, which I'm going to show right here. You've got over 400 plus videos on a wide variety of acting tips, industry advice. I mean, look at this free content. If you're planning on your life around moving somewhere, you would be doing yourself a great disservice not to just take the time to watch this information. Some of it's basic knowledge, some of it's advanced knowledge, but you could just watch 1 or 2 of Wendy's videos a day and literally in a month have a really good grasp on what you need to accomplish to get to that next level, correct?
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. I think it's so important that you start with the free stuff. Like start and learn about the business, learn about acting, learn what it takes, decide if it's even for you. Start taking acting classes. You don't need my personal intervention until you decide acting is really for you. Now, if you're brand new and you're watching this, we have, like MJ said, I think, yes, over 400 videos. That should keep you busy. And the way I made those videos is as a manager, and I represent actors. Every single time actors make mistakes, I pop into my YouTube channel and I go, okay, look, don't do this. Don't do this, and here's why. If you do this, this is going to happen, and you don't want that. So instead, do this. And that's how the YouTube channel started. It started actually with me sitting in my office and having problem after problem with the submissions that would come in from actors. Like they come in, I've had actors submit to me and say, hi, I really want to be an actor. I'm ready to play anything. I don't have any headshots or any demo reel. I just attach these photos and one's in the shower. Like, I'm like, oh my God, you have no concept. You could be talented, but like, we're so far off from me submitting you to anybody I know. Let's talk honestly and realistically about how this business works, what you have to do in order to look like a professional, what your materials need to be at, what level they need to be, which is a high level of competence. And then let me teach you what agents and managers want to hear out of your mouth, what needs to be in those cover letters, and how you need to think in terms of building an acting career. You have to have a certain mentality because you're going to get slapped down 1,000 times. So I always say this business is like 3 pillars. Your mastery of your craft. You have to master the craft of scene study, improv, on camera, audition techniques. And since Zoom is a self-tape, you have to master self-taping. So you got to master those things because everybody else who's already working has. So if you're going to join the professionals, which is what you do when you become a working professional actor, you're joining the pros, you better be operating like a pro. Then you have to master your marketing materials. So first mindset, marketing materials, mastery of craft, marketing materials, mindset. The 3 pillars: mastery of craft, marketing materials, mindset. Your marketing materials, they got to start on you, your acting clips. New people always have other people in the scene. It starts on someone else. They're pouring a glass of orange juice. They turn to the person, they're off camera. They're trying to use footage that will never get them seen by an agent or manager or casting director, because we'll watch a couple seconds of it. We can't really see the actor. We go on to the next person. A scene, a clip, a demo reel has to start right here on the actor, on their eyes, talking. Not 10 minutes of all kinds of stuff that's not about that actor. Also, when you put together a clip of your work, a scene of your work, you don't cast someone exactly like you in the scene next to you. That's just stupid. You're selling your competition in the footage. Always have opposite people. If you're black, someone white. If you're a woman with blonde hair, a woman with dark hair, or a man, younger or older, but you'd be surprised how many dark-haired, long-haired black women black-haired women, or like 2 black women, 2 black men, 2 Asian men, same exact age range. Whose clip are we watching? Whose clip? So these kind of stupid marketing mistakes that you just don't know. Once you know, you can do better. But if you don't know, it will come off like you are an amateur and you don't know what you're doing. And that is not someone that people hire or sign. So the other thing is, they get their footage. One thing that we teach at HWC, and I tell it always, everywhere I go, you don't need a demo reel yet. You're brand new, okay? In the old school, everybody needed a demo reel. But today, acting clips, individual 30-second acting clips of your 3 most castable types. That's all you need to start. It needs to be good though.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I actually moved to LA with no acting skills back in 2004. I got a background role and I fell into what I call the background trap. I called my mom. I said, Mom, I was on NYPD Blue. And I recorded it. You can barely see a blur in the background. This was my acting demo reel, which was not ridiculous. Tell me about background work.
You get excited. I get it.
Yeah. But don't people fall into a trap of background work?
I think they can. They need to be careful because you don't want to do background work on a television show that you want to be on as a principal character. If you do background work, do it in commercials, do it in feature films, not where it's going to repeat every single week. If you do background work on Grey's Anatomy, you can't come back as a doctor the next week. And then you got to be very careful. So, and the other, I just didn't finish my own thought. I lost my own. Third pillar of this business, which I think is the most critical part, MJ, mindset. Once you have your marketing materials down and your mastery of your craft, now you're in the game. And to stay in that game is going to require a really strong mindset because you're going to get 100 rejections for everything you book. Like you will audition 100 times and book one thing. So when you get rejected 99 times, the way you handle rejection, those people that handle it the best will go the farthest. And that's been told to me by my dear friend and mentor, Jackie Lewis, who represents Austin Butler, and she built the careers of James Gandolfini and Chrissy Metz and Penn Bagley. I have had many, many, many clients. I managed and she's agented many clients together. You know, we watch people get told no 99% of the time. The people that quit because no is too painful, I understand that. If no is too painful, go do something else, because why should you suffer in life? If you can develop some kind of ability to accept that the no's are part of the process, like 99 no's, 1 yes. 99 no's, 1 yes. Don't take any of them personally. Learn as you go. Then you can stick with this business. If you can't, you won't.
So I want to ask, so speaking of that, now you're getting all these no's, it's got to get you down. And I know how, for me, when I was there, nerves were a factor. Yeah. Now I got to ask you, you mentioned self-taped, everything's self-taped now. I don't like, I feel like I got cheated because I had to go in the room with my heart pounding, sweat dripping, like looking like a fool. And now the average person nowadays, they can just do it from their house. They can take 17 takes. They can nail it perfectly. It's not really, they're not going through the kind of like the ritual that I went through. So are all now in LA, are all the roles self-taped and are callbacks self-tapes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
And not just LA, across the country.
Okay.
Everywhere. Everybody, COVID changed everything. Everybody's on self-tape now. Very rarely is anyone in the room. And it's going to stay that way for a while. But listen, if people don't have, like, you're an expert on camera, okay? You are a confident expert. Most people have not reached that level of competency. So there's a reason why you're so successful at what you do, because you really understand how to connect with the camera, with the audience. You know how to work in front of a camera. You're authentic and you come from a genuine place. Most actors are coming from the place of, how can I be what they want me to be? How can I stand out by being what you want? Well, you can't. You need to be who you are. And then you have to learn how to connect authentically and be authentic in front of the camera. Find your authentic feelings and emotions and truths and bring that to the role. Most people are putting on something rather than genuinely being themselves. So even if they do have self-tape skills, if they're not genuinely, authentically bringing themselves to the role, they're not in the running. They're not anywhere near consideration.
My skills are from repetition. I'll give you a quick story. I auditioned, my first one for TV was for Criminal Minds. I booked it. My line was, hand over your cell phones, no exceptions. I got the set. I had no previous experience, never did theater. This is 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We rolled, and I was supposed to say, hand over your cell phones, no exceptions. I said, blah, 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 blah. I stepped aside. The director came over. He's like, are you okay, son? Can you handle this? One of the actors is yelling at me. Shamar Moore came over. He's like, can you handle this? We rolled it. I said something remotely close to that, but that proves your point. I was not ready. I should not have been on that set. I should have gotten yelled at. How dare I come from a state and with no experience think I'm going to be some kind of actor? It's the same thing. Now this confidence is from doing all these shows, all my videos.
And that's why you build your career where you are first. To get that confidence, to get that experience, to get 17 student films under your butt, and 8 web series, and 9 local short films, and 10 student short films. I mean, by that time, you're a pro. You should be able to walk into Criminal Minds and carry your own with Shamar Moore, who, by the way, it's such a small world. I know Shamar. I sang on a record he did years ago and a movie he was in, but I met him. He's very, very sweet. Such a kind guy. He's so helpful.
He was the only one that was nice to me. Everyone was mad at me, but he was the only one that was nice to me. He's like, are you okay? He's taking my hand. Like, it was so nice. Yes, you calmed me down. Yes,
that's the kind of guy. I think nerves. Lisa Kudrow says that when she was shooting, when she was auditioning for Friends and she was doing like the callbacks, the producer sessions, the network sessions, the reason she got the role is everyone else fell apart from nerves.
Okay, are they listening?
She was still standing. Learn, like, if you are taking it personally, like if you don't learn how not to take this personally, you'll be a nervous wreck.
Totally.
If you don't get practice, you'll be a nervous wreck. If you don't know how to get off book, you'll be a nervous wreck. If you don't feel confident in the material, and if you don't really know how to connect to the other actor, you'll be a nervous wreck. If you don't realize that the work is about the other actor, not you, it's about listening to the other actor and what you can bring to the scene. It's not about you, your insecurities, your fear. If you can get away from that and shift your mindset into it's how I can serve the scene, how am I there for the other actor, what am I trying to get from the other actor? You can't have your own thoughts, you have the thoughts of the character. If you're that committed and that trained and that experienced, the nerves go way down. They go way down. And if the nerves are not way down, then you need more work.
You're not ready.
You're not ready, and that's okay, because this business isn't going anywhere.
Totally.
You can get ready. Go have your children. Go back to school for a while. Take a break. And I always tell actors, while you're building your acting career, if you feel overwhelmed by it, step away for a minute. Go on vacation. Go take a class, a cooking class, and go do something else. Recharge, revitalize your energy, and come back. We're not going anywhere.
And if you need it, and you need it for the money, or you need it to survive, the casting directors can feel that, right? They know it.
Yeah. You don't come into this business thinking, okay, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to get famous. It's something that could happen. Nobody's saying it can't. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about this business is it's one giant gamble. Everybody's gambling. The studios are gambling, hoping their movies will find an audience and get back their $100 million. The agents are gambling and managers by signing people, hoping they become series regulars. The actors are gambling, hoping they become series regulars and they have a job. It's a gamble. But the payoffs are huge. So that's why people play the game. Plus, if you love acting and you love telling stories and you love being a part of working with creative people, then that's the game that you want to play. But you can't expect overnight success in this game. I tell actors all the time, you can come to HWC and I'm going to teach you how this business works and what you have to do. And then we bring in agents and managers and casting directors to teach our actors. Because I believe you should learn from agents, managers, and casting directors, not working actors that have never been on television. Those are not the people that we want to learn how to build a career from, right? So learn from pros. We call it the winner's circle because when I started this, I was in LA as a manager and watching actors come in so confused year after year after year, getting nowhere. And I felt so horrible. I said, I'm going to set up a room in a circle. And I'm going to put an agent, a manager, a casting director, a headshot photographer, a commercial agent, and a working actor in one room. Then I'm going to bring actors in and say, listen to how the business works. Listen to how all these people work with each other and listen to what's expected from you. When you leave this 4 hours, you will have more understanding of this business than any other time that you've ever had so far. Trust me. So then when I could only take, 60 people at these things, you have to put it online. I think COVID really helped that. But I mean, we started in 2018. We built the online platform and we put the circle online. And now there are almost 4,000 actors in the circle and they can come to class 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and listen in that circle to agents, managers, casting directors. Like next week, we have 7 or 8 agents coming in at once. That's unheard of.
Unbelievable.
You didn't get that kind of information 10 years ago. You couldn't even get access to people like this. But I have a very pure heart for helping actors and writers and creatives. We teach managers how to manage. We teach agents how to be agents. Education is my favorite thing. I think with the education, with knowledge, you have power. But you've got to understand realistically, even though it's a big payoff, it's a big gamble. And we give you all the advice in the world. And we give you the support and the connections, and you get agents and managers, and you're on shows like Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul finale is tonight. He's going to be out of a job in about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Every actor is out of a job at the end of whatever job they're doing.
But now he has the tools to move on to another job.
And now he's got proven experience. He's typecast in a way. And even though that's okay, you should get typecast in the beginning of your career because it means cast. Some people are scared, oh my God, typecast. Yeah, cast. Enjoy that because not everybody's cast. His issue though is he's been cast as the bad guy in Breaking Bad. And now he's cast as the bad guy in Better Call Saul. So now if he's an actor who wants to try new things, he's going to have to prove that an audience will come to watch him do new things.
Totally.
Because I tune right in and watch him play a bad guy again.
Yeah.
If he's up to here playing the bad guy, I cannot play another bad guy. I don't want to spend one more day killing people.
Yeah.
You know, I want to play a dad who's kind and loving. People might not want to hire him for that.
I'm sure those bad guy residual checks will make him feel a little better.
Yeah, and he's going to have a movie career forever. You know, Eric Roberts came to Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. Keith David came. We have a lot of celebrities that come and teach too, because I want them to learn the whole prospect, you know, like how everything works and what happens when you get to the celebrity level. What are the demands on you? Because it's insane demands. But Eric Roberts was there. He shoots like 100 movies a year.
That's insane.
He is such a working guy. He's got like, I'm seriously like 1,000 IMDb credits. So this guy, Better Call Saul, literally could be in hundreds of movies playing the bad guy now.
That's unbelievable.
He's got a career for life.
That's great. So Wendy, before I let you go, I could sit here like literally and ask you questions for the next 2 hours. So I don't want to. So I want you to. We're going to share right now with my viewers. If you really want to start an acting career, you need to do it right. And now you can contact Wendy or get started with HollywoodWinnerCircle.com. The link's below. Also, I got your YouTube page. I've got your any social media links down below, and they can just contact you and you answer directly. Or how does that work?
Yeah, well,
when you can.
I have a team, but let me put it to you this way. I have a free Facebook group called Talent Managers for Actors.
Okay.
We have 100,000 actors in that group, and I've brought maybe 150 agents and managers and casting directors there. Answer these questions because I get so many questions on YouTube I couldn't possibly keep up. So we created this amazing platform that did not exist when you were an actor either.
Okay.
And you can go there 365 days a year, 24/7, and ask any question you want whatsoever. And only professionals are going to answer the questions. So you can tag me there. Wendy Alane Wright. I'll come and answer your question personally.
Okay.
Watch my YouTube videos because there's so much to learn. And I have books for like $21. How to build an acting career wherever you are. I have two, one for LA, one for any state in the country. $21, you know, it's going to tell you so much about your career. But if you want individual step-by-step guidance from me and our team, you need to join Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. And I promise you, it'll be the most support you could ever get for building your acting career. And we have so many actors working on TV now that we're just so proud of what we do and happy to be of service.
That's amazing, Wendy. Thank you so much for being in the Wolf Den. You are released from the Wolf Den. It's a wrap. Have a great day.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.